Come so we out here for the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. In season and out of season. Right? Give me Sirach chapter 34 and give me verse 1. Right? I want you to give me the book, Sirach 43 and 1. Right? Give me the book of 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 2. I want that first, man. Right? So the Lord has sent us to be out here in season, out of season. You hear that, sister? You got a minute for the words of the Lord? You got a minute for the Bible to learn the truth? All right, so we out here teaching our people that we are the Israelites according to the Bible. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are truly God's chosen people. And that we have to come back to the Lord in the last days, forsake sin, and keep the laws and the commandments. Give me Romans chapter 12 and 2. Right, give me 2 Corinthians chapter 6, and give me verse 17. I read that.
Romans chapter 12 verse 2.
Bring it out.
And be not conformed to this world.
The Lord saying,
and be not conformed to this world.
So you know what the world teaches? To celebrate Independence Day, July 4th. Celebrate Halloween. Celebrate Christmas. Celebrate Mother's Day. To eat what you want to eat. To do what thou wilt. This is what the world teaches our people. But God said, be not conformed to this world. Meaning don't be molded to fit in with the ways of America.
Right.
But what?
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
We have to renew our minds. We have to understand what path we're taking in our life to determine if it's righteous or it's wicked. You do that by renewing your mind. Right now our mind is polluted. Right? We don't know what's righteous or what's wicked. Our people don't know the commandments of God. Right? But they do know how to get drunk. Give me Jeremiah 4:22. They know how to mix the Hennessy, right, with the lemonade. They know how to roll a blunt. They know if they're going to use backwoods, okay, they're going to use Rellos, or they're going to use Swisher Sweets. Right? They know all of these things, man. Right? They know all of this wickedness, but they don't know the commandments of the Lord.
Right.
Bring that up.
Jeremiah 4 verse 22.
Bring it out.
For my people is foolish.
What the Lord said?
For my people is foolish.
I got a master's.
For my people is foolish.
See, the Lord said my people is foolish. Read.
They have not known me. They are...
Where you going, sister? Where you going? All right, well, you got to hear the words of the Lord. At least take a flight. Take a flight. So this is not a tour, man. Right? We are not part of the tourist attraction.
Right.
You got the Forgotta Our Libertad ship behind you. Right? Then you got the guys that have the concert. Then you got the Israelites, man. Right? We're not part of the tourist attraction.
Right.
We're not here to tickle your fancy, man.
Right.
It's our job to tell you to repent or you're going to perish, man.
Right.
Right? And when the prophets wrote in the ancient world, men would tremble. Right? Give me 1 Samuel chapter 16 and 4. Give me 1 Kings chapter 18 and give me verse 40. Give me 1 Samuel chapter 15 and 33, man. The prophets wasn't playing games back then, man. Right? Read that.
1 Samuel 16 and 4. And Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem, and the elders of the town trembled at his coming.
He did what?
They trembled at his coming.
They recorded.
They trembled at his coming.
See, when Samuel, Elijah, Moses, when these men walked the earth, Israel was scared of these men, man.
Right.
They feared those men because they knew those men were directly influenced and inspired by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. So when Moses went to Bethlehem, you had the elder men, they were shaking and trembling when Samuel went through. Read.
And said, comest thou peaceably?
What did they say?
Comest thou peaceably?
They said, are you coming in peace? Are you here to rain fire down from heaven? Hey, because the prophets could summon beasts on people, man.
Right.
Give me 2 Kings chapter 4, right? And 23. The prophets could summon wild lions, wild beasts. They could stop the sun from moving. They could call fire down from heaven. They could smite the water with plagues. So the prophets wasn't just ordinary men. And they'll kill you, man. When Hananiah, I was like Seraphias and her husband sat there in Acts the 5th chapter and they stole or they kept back a portion of the land, what the Lord do, man? He used Peter to kill him. Peter spoke words and he killed them, man. Right? He killed both of them. Right. So read on. Her and her husband.
He said, peaceably, I am come to sacrifice unto the Lord.
So they was kind of relieved when he said that. When we come out here, they're supposed to be shaking in their boots, man. But that's us part of these curses. Being the Proverbs and the byword, man. See, right now they just look at us like a club, like this is another religion. This is how they perceive us. We're like the Jehovah's Witness that post up about 300 yards down on the south side, man. Right, we're like the Christian pastors or evangelists or street performers, man. But the days are coming where the men of the Lord are going to be honored in those days, man. The men of the Lord are going to be set on a high standard and a high pedestal. And everybody on the earth is going to know it, man. Right? The Lord said that he would get us praise and fame, and every land where he has put us to shame. Give me Zephaniah 3:17. What else you holding? Read that.
1 Samuel 15:33. And Samuel said, as thy sword have made women childless, so shall thy mother be childless.
This is the Lord talking to the king of Agag. Go on.
So shall thy mother be childless among women. And Samuel hewed Agag in pieces.
Hold on. What did the men of God do?
Hewed Agag in pieces.
Kissed him goodnight.
Hewed Agag in pieces.
When you hew something, what does that mean you do? You chop it up, huh? It ain't like it just like, okay, I'm going to cut me a little thing of butter and put it on my toast. No, you take an axe or a sword and you chop an arm off. You chop a leg off. You chop a neck off. You chop a shoulder off, man. Samuel hewed Agag in pieces. Bring it up.
This is the definition of hew. Chop or cut with an axe.
Hold on, do what?
Chop or cut with an
How
axe.
did Samuel get down?
Chop or cut with an axe.
Hold on, Samuel's one of the elect. To chop or cut with an axe. See, then you have men in Israel say, I don't want to enslave the other nations. I just want to serve God peaceably. Right? I don't want to put them in slavery. I'm not into all of that, man. I'm not into destroying them. And I know Psalms 137 says that, but I'm not into that. I know we have to take their baby and dash them in the stones, but you could do that. I want to sit back and watch the stuff. Hey, brother. Brother, you got a minute for the words of the Lord? Wow. If I was a white man, he would never look at me like that.
Right.
You would never look at me like that if I was a white man. And you know it, man.
Right.
You know it, man. You do not look at your supervisor, your so-called white man like that, man. It's yes, sir. Yes, boss. Double overtime? Double overtime, time and a half? Christmas holiday? I'll do anything I can do, master. Right? Sign in and sign out. Right? You need my wallet? So that's what Jake into, man. Right? We don't give a damn about that, man. It's our job to serve the Most High and love our brother. So go, and he wouldn't look at Samuel like that. He'd be dead if he looked at Samuel like that. You think he'll look at Elijah like that? He'll look at Moses like that? You think he'll look at Yahweh Shah like that, man? So our people don't fear the Most High God, and they don't understand the men that the Lord has set up, man. Even your family don't understand that you are priests, man. That you are kings. You just rated them. Little realm, man. Oh, you got a Bible, you kind of know a little something, man. Right, little Mikey. Mikey with the hickam, Mikey with the Bible. Right, and then you just a joke to the family, man. Right, but you really are a priest and a king on the earth, and the Lord is going to set you up in due time, man. Hold that. Give me Zephaniah chapter 3 and give me verse 15, man.
Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 15.
Bring it out.
The Lord have taken away thy judgments. He hath cast out thine enemies.
The Lord is going to take away our judgments, meaning deliver us from the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28, and cast out our enemy, meaning that so-called white man and the other nations. Read.
The King of Israel, even the Lord, is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt not see evil anymore.
What the Lord say?
Thou shalt not see evil anymore.
What about that massive shooting where 30 people in Baltimore got shot, and a 13-year-old and an 18-year-old and a 14-year-old and a 17-year-old, and I think another 19-year-old, they all got shot, man.
Right.
Who was that, South Baltimore?
Yeah.
Brooklyn Homes, man. 30, a mass killing. The Lord said, thou shalt what?
Thou shalt not see evil anymore.
We're not going to see Freddie Grays anymore. We're not going to see George Floyd's anymore. We're not going to see bullets on the ground anymore. That's evil, man. We're not going to see homosexuals anymore. We're not going to see, what's your nationality?
I'm white, yes.
You're white? Well, we're not going to see so-called white men unless they're in slavery. Right? You want, should white people go into slavery for putting us in slavery? Should that happen?
No, two wrongs don't make a right.
Absolutely. Hold on. I didn't even ask. Hold on. If y'all believe in the Bible, you wouldn't say that.
I don't.
Do you believe in the Bible?
Yes.
So I'm going to show you something in the Bible. Give me Revelation 13 and 9.
Go ahead, give it to
Who
me.
want to read it? Revelation 13 and 9. Read that.
Book of Revelation, chapter 13,
Nobody.
and verse 9.
You said nobody should be in slavery. Hold on. Don't respect your folks. Read
Come on, we have a
If any
time
man
limit
have
on
an
our
ear,
phone.
Let him listen. Read.
if any man have an ear, let him hear.
Right?
He that leadeth into captivity,
The Lord saying.
He that leadeth into captivity.
Read that again.
He that leadeth into captivity.
Didn't white people put black people in slavery?
But I
Yes.
don't believe in it.
I'm asking you, did it happen? You don't
Yes,
have to
it
believe
happened.
it happened.
But
So
I
here's
don't
what God said.
Slavery to
But
anyone.
you believe in Jesus. And you put people in slavery, what did God say?
He that leadeth into captivity shall
Go into captivity.
Shall what?
Shall go into captivity.
Jesus Christ said.
Shall go into
So
captivity.
Jesus Christ said that you should go into slavery if you believe in the Bible. And you see how the so-called white family's out of order. The white family structure's out of order. The mother or grandmother or wife or whatever is disrespecting the elders. The white family, forget your family in order.
Yeah,
Get your family in order.
you're ignorant. If y'all believed in Jesus, y'all wouldn't talk and act the way you did.
Look at the American family. She said go. She said go.
Have a good one.
Right, look at the Methhead family. Right, the Methhead family of 2023. That is the American family right there. Right? Y'all know y'all do meth, right? You do meth, don't you? Yeah, he do meth. He do meth. Right? There's a cult, it's a meth epidemic. It's another epidemic they on, right?
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl is something else though. Opioid, there you go. It's an opioid epidemic, man. They're on opioids if we've never seen it, man. Out of order. Out of order. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 30 and 7, man. Esau out of order. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies.
That's Bible prophecy being fulfilled, man. Right? You would normally see that at a family cookout, right? Or at a funeral, huh? Where Jake only gathered together. And you got the uncle fighting against the father and the father fighting against the son. And now you got Esau dysfunctional, man. Right? She damn near she was getting violent, man. Grabbing her up, man. Hold on, the Lord says he's going to take all of these curses that we go through and put it on our enemies. So that's why you see this, and that wouldn't happen in the 1950s. You think that was happening in the 1930s, man? Right, the so-called white woman and the so-called white man was out of order like that, man? And where was the so-called white man at?
Gone.
You know? So he might have left them, man. That might have been a Deuteronomy 28:54 put on them, man. Because I ain't see no, and usually see the Edomite man with him. With his sunglasses on and his lipstick on, huh? But guess what? He wasn't around during those days. Right? So read that one more time.
And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies.
What's one of the curses? Deuteronomy 28:54. Deuteronomy chapter 28:56 on down, huh? Right? These are the curses that you're going to slowly see creep into the houses of the so-called white man. You're going to see them cursed in the city. You're going to see them cursed in the field. Right? You're going to see them serving their enemies for the one of all things. Right? Everybody dishing a dollar and them begging and pleading with the Moabite man for the one of all things. Huh? You're going to see America slowly, we're watching it now. We're watching America crumble right before our eyes. Right? And that young so-called white man won't see America in the future. And it's going to be destroyed. You know it's going to be destroyed, huh? Right? You might as well destroy him now. He said it's going down. He said it's going down, huh? Right? So we have to go back into the spirit. Go back into the prophets, man. Where were we holding? Yeah, give me Zephaniah chapter 3, right? The Lord said, thou shalt not see evil anymore. Read Zephaniah 3 again, 16.
Zephaniah 3 and 16. In that day it shall be said to Jerusalem, fear thou not, and to Zion, let not thy hands be slack.
See, the Lord said it's going to be said, fear thou not. Right? We don't fear the so-called white man anymore, right? See, back in the 16, 17, 1800s, grandmother and your mother, don't do that. Don't say nothing. Just be a good boy. Oh, no, don't rebel. Don't rebel. Shh, shh. Keep a low master heels, man. And the Lord said, fear thou not. So we don't fear this system anymore, huh? This is how we're able through the Spirit of the Lord to stand boldly in the face and the gates of our enemies, man. This is the chief concourse in the entire city, huh? And the Lord has sent us out here boldly to proclaim liberty to the captives. Right? And what's your nationality? What's your nationality?
I'm white.
White, and what about you? Huh?
Pakistan.
Pat, what are y'all doing here?
Here's my friend.
Yeah, looking at the
Hold on. Aren't the Pakistan, don't the Arabs hate Americans? They don't hate America. Do they call America the Great Satan? Have you ever heard that word before, the Great Satan?
I never heard that.
How long have you been in America?
40 years.
Well, you don't know what's going on. Right? You don't know what's going on. Right? Y'all have no idea what's going on. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. What's your name? Heather. Now, Heather, about 10 minutes ago, you had a family that came up here. The family was also white, like you said you were white. Now, the family, they didn't believe in justice. right? And we read them a verse out of the Bible, and they got mad, and they were upset, and they got belligerent. And we read you a verse out of the Bible, are you going to do the same thing? Are you going to be upset and belligerent?
No.
Do you believe in justice?
Yes.
Okay, are you an
And-
sorry, go ahead.
There's certain, I believe in certain things of justice.
Are you honest though?
Yes.
Okay, now you studied history.
Yes, in
How
high
far
school,
back did you go in history?
Not that far.
What about the 1600s, 17, 1800s?
No.
Have you heard of slavery?
Oh, yes.
Who had black people in slavery?
I'm sorry?
Who had black people in slavery?
The white people.
White people, your ancestors.
Yeah.
Okay, now
I mean, I don't know if it's my ancestors, but yeah. And I don't believe in that.
give me Jeremiah. You don't believe in what?
Slavery.
I mean, it happened. It's not something that you
I
really
know,
can
I
or
know.
cannot believe in. It's
know.
actually an event
Yep.
and a course of actions that happens throughout history.
Yes.
Right? Now, give me this Jeremiah 30 and 16.
Jeremiah 30 verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
So we were devoured. There's actual accounts of Europeans eating so-called black people. Eating their knuckles, skinning them alive, making grease out of their skin. Right? Nat Turner, that happened to him. All they that devour thee shall be devoured. Go on.
And all thine adversaries,
All of our adversaries,
every one of them,
no, just those back then.
every one of them shall go into captivity.
So what?
Shall go into captivity.
Captivity is slavery. So God is saying that everybody that had us in captivity, they have to go into captivity. So the future for the so-called white race, justly put, is slavery. Right now, that's not a problem with you, right? Because you said you're an honest person. So you believe that you should be in slavery underneath the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man. Now hold on, now you said you were honest.
I just don't believe in slavery, period.
Hold up.
Either way.
I got you.
Either way.
But did it happen?
Yes, it is.
I can't believe in riding bikes,
But
or
there are
I can't say I
still-
don't believe in trees, or these are things that actually happen and exist.
Slavery going on, even with white people, sex.
Whatever happened, did white people ever have to pay for what they did to black people?
No, I don't believe so.
Have they ever paid for it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
What should happen if you enslave an entire race of people?
Back then?
No, even now. Because if I take you, they call it human trafficking, right?
Yeah.
What's the penalty in America for human trafficking or sex trafficking or child trafficking? Prison, right? Now, guess what? Our people are still here. We're still in prison.
Right.
So what should the penalty be, according to now, for the so-called white race for what they have done to this day? Prison is slavery. And it's not just locked up behind bars, it's actual chains.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so Heather, out of your own mouth and out of your own belief in this system, you should put yourself in slavery.
I did put myself in slavery.
When did you put yourself in slavery?
For addiction for over about 12 years, and I have been clean.
Conviction for what, meth?
Yep, and all, yeah.
It was
also-
meth,
And other drugs.
opioids.
I started out with opiates when I got cancer.
Say it in the camera. You started out with what?
Opiates from a doctor when I first got cancer.
And what about meth? You said you did meth, right?
Years later.
Say
yes.
it in the camera. You
Yes,
did
I
meth.
have. I did meth. Years
See that?
later.
So they're finished. Right? This system is finished, man. The so-called white woman is finished.
Right.
But
Right.
let me say, my brother is doing life for just using.
When you say your brother, you speak about a black man or a white man?
He's white. And
Okay.
I have a lot of black friends.
Where they at? Where they at? Because I see you hanging around the Pakistani man.
Right.
I'm not from here.
Okay,
I'm
but where?
from Virginia.
Oh, well, you know all about slavery. Give me numbers 35 and 33. What, you from Lynchburg?
No, Shenandoah County.
Shenandoah. How many Negroes been lynched in Virginia?
It's a lot.
It's a lot, right? Right? Give me numbers 35 and 33.
Numbers chapter 35 and verse 33.
Bring it up.
So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land,
And it said blood, when it's shed, it defiles the land. Go on.
and the land cannot be cleansed.
What the Lord say?
And the land cannot be cleansed.
It's only one way to make things right in the Bible. It's only one way to rectify the innocent blood that was shed by your people. And the land cannot be cleansed.
Of the blood that is shed, but by the blood of him that shed it.
So the only way to make things right is the people that shed our blood, their blood has to be shed. That's in the Bible.
I don't believe in that for this century right now because.
So you don't believe in the Bible?
I do believe in.
Okay,
the
well,
Bible.
is the Bible out of date? It's out of time?
No.
All right, so
But
that means you should believe in that.
I believe that I don't see color.
You don't see color.
I don't see color. I see.
Do you say you're a white woman?
Yes.
Don't you see color?
But I love.
No, hold on. You said you have black friends.
Black family.
So you,
I have black family.
isn't that color?
I have Hispanic.
Hold on, is white and black color though?
To me, no.
Well, how do you know if they're black or white?
Because you have a soul. You are.
No, absolutely not. You see color because you said you have black friends.
Just because people back then, my white people did these things, I don't believe in that, and I feel very sorry.
Well, you don't give me. You said you feel they're what?
I feel so sorry for them. And
Do you
again,
truly feel sorry?
Yes, I do.
Would you do an action to prove that you feel sorry?
What is that?
It's in the Bible.
Well, I mean, depends on what that is.
Bowing down.
About what?
Bowing down
Bowing down to you?
to the children of God
Oh yes.
and licking up the dust of our feet.
I mean, yeah, I would not
Read
do
it.
that right now.
Isaiah 49 verse 23. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee.
They shall what?
They shall bow down to thee.
What did God say?
They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth and lick up the dust of thy feet.
So get to it.
No.
No. God said that you would bow down.
God, not nobody.
God
else.
says you. Is God a black man?
I don't know where he comes
So
from.
are you going to bow down to a black man?
Whatever color God is, I will bow down to him. He's my
What if you don't
Lord
see
and
color,
he
though?
is my Savior.
What if you don't see color?
I don't.
Who do we read that he's a
Whatever
black
color
man?
He is, I'm still going to bow down to him. I don't bow down to nobody.
But God says you're going to bow down to his people.
I bow down to.
So you're
my
racist.
Savior. I'm not.
You are racist. We can tell you're racist.
Wow.
Wow, she's racist. You heard that?
I'm walking
Wow.
with
Wow.
Afghanistan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Heather the meth head.
You know,
You have done meth. And you have yet to be sober. You have done opioids. You're not sober. Cut it out. Right? Heather the meth head, man.
Once on meth, always on.
What? This is the day of Esau on meth, man.
Right.
This is meth day for the Edomites, man.
Right.
Right? Meth heads. Hey family, y'all got a minute for the words of the Lord? Let me read y'all one verse out the Bible. There y'all go. Right, one verse. That's what we really out here for. We came out here just for y'all. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. What's your race? All right, do y'all see yourself in this sign right here? You squint, that means you gotta come up close. Come up, we ain't gonna fight y'all, bite y'all. Where you at on that? All right, what about you?
what do you have in the list?
Take me back up the line.
Top of the list.
All right, I'm gonna show you something. Give me Deuteronomy 28 to 68.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 68.
How did black people get to America? How did our ancestors get to America? Have you heard of slavery before? Okay, I'm gonna show you something in the Bible that the slavery that we went through was told that it would happen in the Bible. Read that.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Into what?
Into Egypt again.
All right, have you all heard of Moses? Moses said, let my people what? Go, there you go. Why would Moses say, let my people go? What were his people living like? There you go, they were slaves. So God just said after they left slavery, he's going to punish them. Their punishment is that they're going to have to go back into slavery again. You following along so far? Read it one more time for them.
And the Lord
And
the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
the Lord is going to take his people, one people, and put them into slavery again.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
What people were on slave ships? Which people were on the bottom of slave ships?
African
Slaves,
American.
which would be us, right?
Yo, y'all not paying attention.
God-
That's hot. I can't think straight.
You all right? You fine? Right, you're right. You said slaves, which would be us. We were on our ancestors was on the bottom of the ships, right? You following along? We were on the bottom of the ships. Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
We have not seen our homeland again. We're reading about our history that would happen to us. That God said we would go to slavery on ships. We went to our homeland again.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
What the Lord say?
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
What does this sign say right here? What does that say? Okay, what's the title of it say? Okay, my bad. Public sale of slaves. God just said that we will be sold unto our enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. So what people did this happen to? Us. So who is the Bible really about? It's about us. Right. Now that God called us black people and niggers and whores, what did God call us? I'm going to show you that before you leave. Give me Deuteronomy 29:1.
Deuteronomy 29 verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
To make with black people.
To make with the children of Israel.
To make with niggers.
To make with the children of Israel.
What did God call us? The children of what? Want to read it one more time?
To make with the children of Israel.
Children of what?
Children of Israel.
Children of what?
Children of Israel.
We are the children of what? Israel.
Right.
That's what God called you. He called me. He called us the children of Israel. What we went through and what we go through is prophesied and written in the Bible. We have to put away sin, which is breaking the commandments, because the only reason why these things happen to us is for breaking the commandments, for following the ways of the world and following our friends and allowing peer pressure to take us away from the words of God. These are the things that we continually do and submit to instead of submitting to the Most High God. So we have to put away sin and start keeping God's commandments. You following along? So we are the children of who? Israel.
That's right.
Now what are the children of Israel supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? All right, take a flyer, sister.
Hey!
Right, that's all right. Right, that's all right. We got to come back to the Lord, man. We know our people, the youth, that attention span. You got to make it quick. You got to give them an instant meal, man. Instant meal to our people sometimes, man. So you got Heather on meth, right, on opioids. Right. You got Esau dysfunctional, man. Right. I mean, it's a hell of a day, man. Right. Through the spirit of power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So go back to where we was going to the prophets and the servants of the Lord, man. We're going to finish Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter. We can get through this verse, man. Right? Hey, brother, you got a minute for the words of the Lord? Are we the Israelites? We God's chosen people. We have to repent and keep God's commandments. Read it.
Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 17. The Lord thy God in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden.
So it was really a reproach to being this true to the world, man. And it's a burden to separate from the world because it's easy to be accepted in the world. It's easy to fit in, man. It's easy to conform and be like everybody else, man. Right? It's hard to separate from the world. It's hard to stand out, man. It's hard to speak up against what's evil and what's crooked, man, in this society. Read on.
Verse number 18. I will gather them that are sorrowful. Verse number 19. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halted, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame.
We're gonna be niggas.
I will get them praise and fame.
Message to him.
I will get them praise and fame.
Bunch of black men in the sun.
I will get them praise and fame.
In every land where they have been put to shame.
So Israel, you don't have to sell your soul, man.
At all.
You don't have to do this instant selling your soul, man, and bowing down to the old Jewish man for a contract, man, and a multi-million-dollar record deal, man. And what? Right, and you don't have to buy you don't have to try to seek fame in this world, man. The Lord is going to get you fame. See, this fame in this world come with a price, man. It come with human sacrifice. It come with getting bent over. It come with lust. It comes with breaking the Shabbat. It comes with blood sacrifice. Look what's a Doja Cat, man. If you see what's going on with her, she's burnt out and done, man. She's drenched in blood, right? She's doing body modifications. So these people that are famous in the world, give me Mark 8:35. And give me Sirach chapter 10 and 9. It came with a price, man. But Yahweh Bashmiah Shah is going to get us praise and fame. And that fame is going to supersede that of the world, man.
Right.
See, when the apostles walked the earth, they were so famous that men wanted to be in their shadow. They was hoping they could get healed simply by the apostles walking past them, man. So read that.
It's the book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 35.
Bring it out.
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it.
So if you want to hold on to who you used to be, you want to reminisce about you being the best rapper that was in the world, the top entrepreneur, right? You're looking back in the yearbook of 1996, you're reminiscing on you being the school president and a homecoming king, and you want to be the top president of your company that you work at, your heart is too far in the world, man.
That's right.
If you denounce Yahweh Bashmiah Shah and live a second longer, you're looking to save your life, man. So the days are coming where you're either going to have to save your life or lose your life for this truth, man. And every one of us, we're going to have to make that decision. Am I going to save my life to live a second longer in sin? Or am I willing to lose my life, man? For Yahweh Bashmiah Shah, man. Read.
But whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it.
Read.
For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the world? It's like if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul.
And do what?
And lose his own soul.
What's happened to the people?
And lose his own soul.
So people are losing their souls left and right. It's not like you lost your keys. Okay, I'm gonna find my soul under the couch. Okay, I lost my wallet. I found it under the passenger seat, man. Losing your soul goes into, give me Revelation 18 and 20, start at 16. Right, losing your soul meaning the spirit of righteousness has completely left you, man. Your integrity is gone. Right, everything that you stood for, you have given it in exchange for wealth and fame of the world, man. Read that.
Revelation 18 verse 16. And saying, alas, alas.
Start at 13.
Verse 13. And cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men.
And what?
And slaves and souls of men.
What does America have?
And
Slaves and souls of men.
So America has slaves. And they have the what? The souls of men. They have the souls of men. Every man that has come to America has lost their soul. They have sold their soul, man. And you don't always have to sell your soul for a multi-million-dollar contract. You sell your soul every time you sin against the Most High. You sell your soul every time you break the Shabbat. You sell your soul every time you celebrate these holidays. You sell your soul every time you do Christmas because your grandmother wants you to, man. Every time that you're afraid to speak up against what sin is, man. Every time that you bite your tongue and it cleave to the roof of your mouth when it's an occasion to do good, you have sold your soul, man. So you have to ask yourself, is it worth it, man? So go back to Mark the 8th chapter.
Back to the book of Mark, chapter 8, and verse number 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
And do what?
And lose his own soul.
And do what?
And lose his own soul. Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
What shall a man give in exchange for his soul, man? What does it cost you, man? Right? What does it cost you for you to sin? How much does it take for you to really sin? Is it a woman? You're going to sell your soul for a woman? You're going to sell your soul for a few dollars? You're going to sell your soul to freak off one more night? Everybody got a price, man. Everybody got a price with the men of the Lord, man. The men of Yahweh Bashmiah Shah are the only men that don't have a price, man. You put a price on anybody. You give a blank check, you write a 1, and you give them the pen and say, put how many zeros you want. You get whatever you want. You do that to the average man, they gonna sell their soul, man. We're willing to die for Yahweh Bashmiah Shah, man. Our praise and our fame is gonna come in the kingdom of heaven's sake. Go back to that in Zephaniah the 3rd chapter. Give me Mark chapter 4 and give me verse 2. I mean Matthew. Actually, I want Matthew chapter 4 and verse 11.
Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse number 20.
Bring it out.
You want to read that again? Verse number 19. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that haunts thee, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get thee praise and fame.
The Lord said,
And I will give them praise and fame.
gotta sell our soul.
And I will give them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame.
Give me Isaiah 61:3. These are the days that are coming, man. The Lord is going to get us praise and fame. You ain't going to be walking down the red carpet. I want my name on a Hollywood Walk of Fame. I want to be next to Eddie Murphy and next to damn Joe Jackson, man. Right? I want to be next to Alex Trebek and next to damn, who else is famous, man? Damn Lady Gaga, man. And Martin Lawrence, man. We want our name written in the book of life, man. That's the only fame that we want, man. We want to rule over 10 cities, over 5 cities, man. Right, so read that.
Isaiah chapter 61 verse 3. To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them the beauty for ashes, the oil for joy for mourning, the garment for praise for the spirit of heaviness.
I mean, we're going to be mighty in the kingdom, man, if we make it. Our garment's going to be extreme. This ain't nothing, man. What brothers got on ain't nothing, man. Our garment going to be mighty. Your beard ain't going to be all patched up, man. Yeah, you're going to have that nice hair, man, nice garment, gold. You ain't going to have this on, man. This ain't nothing, man. Brother tell me, I got this, is 18. No, in the kingdom of heaven, you're going to have your true wealth, man. You're going to be at the highest level that you can ever be in. So, and the Lord is going to give us these things. Read.
That they might be called trees of righteousness,
We might be called trees of righteousness.
the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified. And they shall build the old ways. They shall raise up the former desolation, and they shall repair the waste cities, the desolation of many generations. And strangers shall stand and feed your flock.
The Lord says,
And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks.
that we have to stand to feed their flocks, right? We have to be slaves, even to this very day, for the other nations, man. We have to cut down trees. We have to feed their flocks. We have to pick cotton. We have to cut down sugar cane, right? We had to tend to their animals. We were cooks. We were helps. We were bed wenches. We were bucks. We were breeders. These are the things that we were forced to do during the times of hardcore captivity. Right, read on.
And the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen.
We were plowmen. We were dealing with oxen, cattle, yokes of iron. But the Lord said the roles are going to be reversed. You hear that, brother? Isn't that good news? That the roles are going to be reversed? That the people that had us in captivity, they're going to go into captivity? That's good news right there, brother. That's called judgment from the Most High God. That's true justice. Right? Read on. That's true reparations, like the brother said. You have everybody waiting on over many people to sign a petition to get us reparations in California, to get us reparations in Maryland. I don't want no dirty, polluted gold money from the so-called white man that everybody's ditching and losing, that's losing value every day, man. We want this in blood, man. We want slaves. We want land. We want gold. We want y'all in captivity, man. We want the earth to be back in order and in righteousness, man. We want praise and fame in the spirit of Yahweh. Bashmi Abishai, not in the spirit of the world, man. Read.
And your vine dressers, but ye shall be named the priests of the Lord.
The Lord say,
Ye shall be named the priests of the Lord.
how we going to be in the kingdom?
Ye shall be named the priests of the Lord.
That's called kahan in the Hebrew, man. Right, kahanium in the Hebrew. That's what we're going to be called. You're not going to be Rel. You're not going to be Joe, Davon, Tyrone, Tay-Tay, Man-Mans. Right? You're going to be called a priest of the Lord.
Right.
Read.
Men shall call you the minister of our God.
They're going to call you the ministers of our God.
Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves.
We're going to be humble.
In their glory shall ye boast
We're
yourselves.
not going to show off.
In their glory shall ye boast
We'll
yourselves.
have our head down.
In their glory shall ye boast
We're
yourselves.
going to be boasted in the kingdom, man. There's no account of you walking, oh, here, there's the Moabites, put your chain up. Be humble, be humble. Put your gold up, right? Tuck your garment in. You don't want to make the Edomites feel bad because they don't have a garment, right? Don't really speak about the Passover too loud because you know the Moabites can't come. The hell with the other nations, man.
That's right.
Right, we're going to boast, we're going to be walking around. You got this? You don't got that. Right, get your ass to work, man. Right, get to work, boy, man. Pick that up, man. Right? We used to be like you, man. Right, we're going to be talking a lot of talk, man. And you know, Jake can talk. Nobody can really talk like Jake, man. So Jake is going to be doing a lot of talk. It's in the Bible. You got people saying, well, we're going to have to be humble. You're going to be lowly. You're going to have to tiptoe around. We're not tiptoeing around, man.
That's right.
We're going to be kicking doors down, man. Say, hey, we about to keep the Passover, man. And you're going to be at work. Then we're just going to leave, man. Right? We're just going to be doing that, man. Wake them up in the middle. It's going to be all types of fun going on, man. Read that again.
Ye shall eat the riches.
Somebody put a definition of boast. Right? Go on.
Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves.
Shall you what?
Shall ye boast yourselves.
Shall you what?
Shall ye boast
We're
yourselves.
going to be boasting in those days, man. Right? Bring that up.
This is the definition of boast. Talk with excessive pride.
The Lord say,
Talk with excessive pride.
that's in righteousness, man.
Right.
Read.
Self-satisfaction.
The Lord say,
Self-satisfaction.
read.
About one's achievements.
About what?
About one's
We be
achievements.
talking about the achievements, man. Right? The elect that we got sealed. How we put you in captivity is an achievement, man. How we're going to be over cities is an achievement. How Yahweh Ba'ashmi Abashah, his name has been magnified is an achievement, man. We're going to talk about these things. Read.
It says to lay on thick.
To do what?
To lay on thick.
And we're going to lay it heavy on you, man. We're going to lay it on thick to you heathen, man. Like you got that buddy do a light spread. Okay, I just want a little bit, man. Right? A little jelly. No, we're going to lay it on thick on these heathen, man.
Right.
Meaning we're going to apply pressure on them. It's not going to be a little bit of boasting. It's going to be a whole lot of boasting, man.
Right.
With a whole lot of brothers, man.
Right.
Maybe 1,000 brothers kind of walk up on one Edomite, man.
Right.
Kind of circle them up and fold their hands, man. What the hell you doing, man?
Right.
Oh, then the next one say, shut up, man. Then the next one say, well, you better speak with, and we're going to be getting on him, man. And he's going to be had in derision and a proverb of reproach, and then trodden underfoot, man. Then we're going to keep the new moon, right? That's how we're going to be in the kingdom, man. So this is what we hope to look forward to, man. This is not it. Look at this. This isn't it, man. Right? This is, you said what?
Raggedy.
This is raggedy, man. This is all Esau got. Give me Isaiah chapter 10 and 13. This is all he got, man, out of everything he stole and robbed. This what he has to show for it. Right? This what he has people on meth, opioids. His buildings are falling apart. His money is being ditched by every other people, man. This is what he has to show for it, man. See, the kingdom of heaven is going to be 144,000 times greater than America, man. The food is going to taste better, man. The water, I got that spring water. The hell with that spring water, man. You're going to be able to go straight to Jerusalem and take it up and lap like a dog if you want to, man. Right? You're going to have to be able to put your feet in pure sand. Now you go to the beach, you got damn glass right there and damn dog feces right there and old Edomites just sitting up there, old and wrinkled up, and you don't want to bump, it's all crowded. And no, man. Right? You're going to have true land and vacation in those days. Right? Try to take vacation. How many days you get? 4, 3? Right? You might get a few sick days. A few days of vacation, man. What's going on, brother? Read that. What's going on, brother? How you doing, brother? You believe in the Bible?
I believe that the Bible was created, and I feel like the Bible can be led to lead us.
You feel like the Bible can be what?
I feel like the Bible was created to lead us to a certain point, but I don't know enough though. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I came. So I don't really know too much. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What's your nationality?
Black.
Okay, you black. Okay, give me the book of Acts, right? Chapter 17 to 26. Now we know, we can look at you, brother. You're not black. Your shirt is black. Right? So black is just a man-made label given to our people. And we didn't come up with that label. This was given to us by our oppressors. Right? This was given to us in America. They gave us black. They gave us colored. What else did they give us? African American, nigger, Negro, darky. These are the different labels that we were given in this world. But the Lord never called us these things. All right, so read that.
The book of Acts chapter 17 verse 26.
Bring it out.
And have made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell on all the face of the earth.
So the Lord made different nations of people. Do you think if you open up the Bible, you're going to read about the word Japanese man? No. Korean man? No. Hawaiian man? No. Negro man? No. White man? No. You're not going to read about these names that they call themselves today. Now the Most High God created all people and everybody. And he gave everybody a name. Every people a name. Every animal has a name. Every type of tree has a name. The lights in the heavens have a name. One is the sun and the moon. The stars are called by name. If the stars are called by name, do you think that you don't have a name that God gave you, brother? You do have a name. And I'm not talking about the name your parents gave you. I'm talking about the name that God gave you. The name that God gave us, well, we're going to show you. Right? Give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 11 and 26. You have a name given to you by the Most High God, brother. Right? Read that.
Deuteronomy 11 verse 26.
Bring it up.
And in order to know that, you said the Bible gets us to a certain point, right? I'm going to show you in the Bible, and you too, brother. I'm going to show y'all that the Bible, not only did it get us to a certain point, it's still continually going to push us today and the days to come until this place is destroyed.
Right.
Because believe it or not, this place will be destroyed.
Right.
When I say this place, I'm talking about America.
Right.
In World War III, by fire and brimstone. Now listen to this.
Deuteronomy 11 verse 26. Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse.
What's the two options?
A blessing and a curse.
What's the two choices?
A blessing and a curse.
Either you get the blessings or you get these curses. Which one do y'all want? The blessings. Read.
A blessing if you obey the commandments of the Lord your God.
Just get them because you wish for it.
A blessing if you obey the commandments of the Lord your God.
You get the blessings if we obey the commandments of the Lord our God.
Which I command you this day, and a curse
And the curse.
if you will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God.
So you get the blessings if you keep the commandments, and the curses if you break the commandments. Which ones do you think that we do as a people? You think we got the blessings right now, or we got the curses? We got the curses. What do you say? We got the curses. Because guess what? I'm going to show you one of the blessings. This is how you know, because the blessing is written. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 1. Here's one of the blessings.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 1.
Bring it out.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
If you listen diligently,
to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high, above all nations of the earth.
above what?
Above all nations of the earth.
Are we above all the other nations right now? As a race? No. We in the ghettos, projects, slums, hood. This is how you know we didn't get the blessings. Because if we were blessed, we would be above everybody. And our people use that word blessed so often, but they don't even know what that word blessed means. Right? My grandmother, oh, I feel blessed, baby. Oh, I'm blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Well, if you were blessed, you would be above all these other nations. Don't tell me you blessed when you're catching the bus to go to work. Don't tell me you blessed when you bowing down to your oppressor. I don't want to hear that you're blessed at the same hands you paying your light bill and your gas bill, man. You're struggling and crying because your son is locked up and there's crack all in the neighborhood, man. You're definitely not blessed, man. You are in fact cursed. Because here's one of the curses. Go to 28 and 16.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Uh-oh, read that again.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
What's crack all in the neighborhood?
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
What's being poor?
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
What's being in them bus stops at 3 in the morning in front of that liquor store begging for damn a Hennessy bottle?
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
What about the drive-bys at night?
Cursed shall thou be in the
What
city.
about piss all on the floor?
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
What about the projects?
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Aren't we cursed in the city? Everybody's not cursed in the cities. The Chinese man is not cursed in the city. The white man laughs as we speaks about us being cursed in the city. Right? Read on. And it's not just Baltimore, New York, Chicago, Detroit, Miami, even outside of America. London, Brazil, Haiti. We're cursed in the city, and what else?
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
What people was cursed in the fields? You tell me what race of people were working in the fields in a cursed condition. Us. Now the Lord is speaking to the people he delivered out of Egypt. Give me Exodus 5 and 1. The Lord delivered a particular people out of Egypt. Those are the same people that he's talking to. Well, read Exodus chapter 5 and give me verse 1.
Exodus chapter 5 and verse 1. And afterward, Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, let my people go.
The Lord say,
Let my people go.
the whole world be free.
Let my people go.
He said, let my people go. My is possessive. He didn't say let all of the earth go. How come he didn't say let all the earth go? World be free. No, he said let my people go. Who are his people? Us. What did God call us? Israelites. The Lord called us the Israelites. Give me Exodus 3 and 10 so the brother can see that.
Exodus chapter 3 and verse number 10. Come now therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel.
Bunch of niggas.
The children of Israel.
Bunch of black men.
The children of Israel.
Out of Egypt.
So the Lord said the children of Israel are cursed in the city. The children of Israel had to pick cotton in the field. The children of Israel was cutting down sugar cane. The children of Israel were also what? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68. I'm going to show you something else that happened to the children of Israel. Read that.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 68. And the
Read it, take it to.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
One thing else is that the Lord would take his people that he just freed out of slavery and put them back into Egypt again. Because what were they already doing in Egypt? They was in slavery. That's why he said, let my people go. But now he just told them, if you don't want to obey the commandments, you're going to be cursed. Another curse is that you're going to have to go back into Egypt. Not the country, but the condition. Back into slavery again. Read it one more time from the top.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 68. And the Lord and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Into slavery again.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Who was sent on slave ships? Us. We was put on slave ships. Now, if you was an Italian man, you wouldn't say us. You would say them. If you was an Arab man, you wouldn't say us. You would say those guys, those niggas, right? But only an Israelite can say that word us, because it happened to us. We have the proof.
Right.
I mean, even they have the proof. They make movies about it every year.
Right.
Every year there's another slave movie out. Will Smith was in the latest one, huh? Emancipated. Right? He played the role of a Levite man.
Right.
A so-called, what is it? A so-called Haitian man. Right? And that's this brother right here. We actually got him. Where is it? Right here. That's the brother that he played, man. Right? So these are the things that we know that slavery happened to us, but we don't connect the dots to know that God said it would happen to us for breaking the commandments. If you ask the average so-called black man, why do we go to slavery? We're going to get 1,000 answers. They were smarter than us. They had guns, more technology. We were stupid. They tricked us. We were swinging from trees. They were more advanced. One might even say because they're God, brother, and they're Jesus. And you're a beast of the field. You should bow down as the fowl of the air and make your shadow under his tree. That's what they might say, man. Right? But the Lord said that happened for breaking the commandments. So Rick, finish that.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 68, reading on. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
What else will happen to us?
Thou shalt see it no more again.
And you wouldn't see your homeland again. Give me Genesis 30 and 25. What's your homeland? Give me the country. I don't want the continent. Give me the country that we from. See that? Everybody else know. They know where they from. Oh, I'm from France. I'm German. I'm Italian. I'm Scottish. I'm whatever, man. Right? I'm Irish. Even an actual person from Africa, they know where they from. Oh, I'm from Ethiopia. Right? I'm from Senegal. Okay, I'm from South Africa. Right? Zimbabwe. We're the only people that do not have a clue where we're from. Give me Genesis 30.
Genesis chapter 30 and verse number 25. And it came to pass, when Rachel had borne Joseph, that Jacob said unto Laban, send me away, that I may go unto mine own place.
That I may what?
That I may go unto mine own place.
That's what your forefathers said. I want to go to my own place. Read.
And to my country.
And to what?
And to my country.
I want to be in America.
And to my country.
See, our forefathers knew we had our own country. Give me Tobit 1 and 4. He wouldn't say, send me to my country, if he didn't know where he was from. He knew how to get there. He walked from his country to where he was at. So I want to go back to my country. We don't even know what country we're from, right? Until right now. So read that.
Tobit 1 verse 4. And when I was in my own country, in the land of Israel.
I was in D.C.
In the land of Israel.
I was in Canada.
In the land of Israel.
Read it from the top again.
And when I was in my own country.
Read it again.
And when I was in my own country.
Read it one more time.
And when I was in my own country. In the land of Israel.
In the what?
In the land of Israel.
You're from the land of Israel. That's our own country. Now guess who's in the land of Israel now? What people?
Wake him up, huh?
The fake Jews.
There you go, brother.
These people.
There you go, brother.
Right? Can you hold that sign up, Abba Kasha? Well, we got him on this side. Right? See that? Aren't they in the land of Israel right now? They're in the land of Israel. Now hold on now. That land doesn't belong to them, brother. You know how we know that land doesn't belong to them? Because that land only belongs to the Israelites. Right. We're reading what would happen to the Israelites. The Israelites would go to slavery on ships. Tell me one time in history that this man was ever on a slave ship. Tell me. Can't prove it, can you? There's no proof in any documented history, manuscript, archaeology that you can find of this man ever going on a slave ship.
Right.
So we know that they cannot be the people of the Bible. And they should not be in that land.
Right.
As much as we shouldn't be here, they shouldn't be there. Right? So read on. Thou shalt see it no more again.
Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
And we were sold to our enemies.
For bond men and bond women, and no man shall buy you.
So who is this about, brother? It's about us. Right? It's not about the whole human race. Because the whole human race didn't go to slavery on ships.
Right.
The whole human race wasn't sold. The whole human race has they have a homeland except us, man. So we're reading about the curses that happened to us for breaking God's commandments. This is how we know who we are as a people. Our people don't know who they are, brother. They're lost. They don't know if they're Jamaican. They don't know if they're black. One might say I'm an African American. One might say I'm on demon time. One might say I'm a thug. One might say I'm hood. One might say I'm with a damn gang, right? But nobody knows where they actually from, brother, except our people, right? Or everybody knows except our people. But you find out that we're the Israelites.
Right.
We are the Israelites, God's chosen people. That makes sense so far? Right? So give me Deuteronomy chapter 7, right, in verse 6. And guess what? This was kept away from you. Give me Psalms 83 and 1. Give me Judas 5 and 17. Give me the book of Zephaniah 2 and 15. Right? Why do you think this was taken away from you? It wasn't taught in the school system. They don't teach you about yourself and their sources of learning and their curriculum. There's never a slot for you to learn about your ancient history. You might get a month, but you might learn about the same people over and over and over again.
Right.
Who's the same people we learned about, brother? Martin Luther King. Who else?
Malcolm X.
You might get Malcolm X. You might. You'll get Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Madam C.J. Walker, George Washington Carver and the Peanuts, and it's one more, Sojourner Truth. Right? You might get W.E.B. Du Bois. Right? And Harriet Tubman, man. Right? But they don't tell you about Moses. How come they don't talk about David, Judas Maccabees, Peter the Apostle, Paul the Apostle, Eleazar, Onias? They don't talk about these. You ever heard that man, Onias, the priest? What about, that's the spirit. I was just about to say, what about Phineas? You ever heard of Phineas? You never heard of Phineas, man. Right? What about Caleb? See, these are things that we should know. But we do know about George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Monroe, right? Abraham Lincoln, Benjamin Franklin. We know all these. We know Alexander the Great. We know all these white men. Ronald Reagan, Biden, George Bush, the other old devil George Bush. But you don't know nothing about our forefathers, man. So it's time to wake up and understand that we are God's chosen people, the greatest people on the earth. Read that.
Judah 5 verse 17. And whilst they sin not before their God, they prosper.
They what?
They prosper.
They what?
They prosper.
So God is letting you know. To give you the context of what we're reading, you have a man called an Ammonite. The Ammonites, their biblical name, or that their true name now is the so-called Japanese, right? Everybody has a God-given name. We're the Israelites. They are called the Ammonites. The so-called white men, they're called the Edomites. The so-called true Africans, they're the Hamites. Your Hawaiians, your Tonga, your Micronesian people, your Pacific Islanders, those are your Japhites. So everybody has a name ascribed to them by their maker and by their creator, right? So we're reading about an Ammonite speaking about our history. Guess who he's talking to? To a Hamite, an African man. Right, read that.
And whilst they sinned not before their God, they prospered.
So he's telling you, whenever the Israelites sin, they don't prosper, right? When they're keeping the commandments, they will prosper. That's why we're not prospering right now. This is Judith chapter 5 and 17. Right, we're going to read on.
Come on. Because the Most High that hateth iniquity was with them.
So God is with us when we follow the commandments. He's against us when we break the commandments.
But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore.
See that? When we departed from the way that he gave us, we were destroyed. In battles, many sore. Right? Read on. Very sore.
And were led captives.
And we're what?
And were led captives.
What is slavery?
And were led captives into a land that was not theirs.
See, America's a land that's not ours. God is telling you why this happened. They don't teach this. That when we break the commandments, we get led into captivity into land that's not ours. Read.
And the temple of their God was cast to the ground.
Bando.
And the temple of their God was cast to the ground.
The block.
And the temple of their God was cast to the ground.
So we had a temple, brother. We had a temple. We didn't just had a hood, the trap, the spot. We had a temple that was cast down.
And their cities were taken by the enemies. But now are they returned to their God, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor,
Listen to what he's about to say. Listen to this advice. And he knows about us. They study us. Here's what he told his king.
now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their God,
And they what?
and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
Let's see if they sin. If they sin against their God, let's kill them. We can attack them because God will not be for them. Let's watch them. Let's see if they're breaking the commandments. Okay, they're breaking it. They're eating pork. They're eating unclean foods. They're breaking the Sabbath. They're serving other gods. They're dealing with Molech. They're starting Rephaim. They're bowing down to Abimelech. They're worshiping the host of heaven. Now we can invade because we know their God is not with them. This will be their ruin. Read on.
This shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity in their nation,
But what?
if there be no iniquity in their nation,
If they don't sin,
lest my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God before them, and we shall be a reproach before all the world.
see, if they don't sin, don't deal with it. Don't mess with the Israelites when they're keeping the commandments. Don't mess with the Israelites when they're obeying their Lord. But you could destroy them when they depart from the Lord, man. And this is why the things that we go through happen to us, because we to this very day have departed from the Lord. We don't even know who the Lord is, man. We don't know what he looks like, what's his name, what he hates, what he likes, what he loves, what his favorites are. We don't know nothing about the Lord, man. If I ask you the Lord's name, what would you say, brother? What's the Lord's name? What's God's name?
I wouldn't know what answer to give.
Right. And guess how many times you heard people say, I know God. I know Jesus. I know God. He's in my heart, right? I'm sure you've heard that before. We're going to tell you what the Lord's name is. Right? Give me Psalms chapter 83 and verse 18.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 18. That men may know that thou, whose name alone,
Yes, many names.
whose name alone is Yahweh.
It's what?
Is Yahweh.
Who do we serve?
Is Yahweh.
Who's the Most High?
Is Yahweh.
The Most High's name is Yahweh. Can you say that, brother? There you go, Yahweh. That's God's name.
Right.
Art what?
Art the most high over all the earth.
He's the Most High over all the earth. He created the heavens, the dry land, and the seas, brother. And you and me, and the beasts of the field, and the enemy, and the fowls of the air. Yahweh has done these things. That's who we serve. Now, what does Yahweh look like?
I just know he's black.
You just know he's black? All right, give me Daniel chapter 7 and 9. Right, let's see what kind of hair he got, what kind of skin he got.
Daniel 7 verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down,
I saw till thrones were destroyed.
and the Ancient of Days did sit.
I saw God sitting on the throne. That's what Daniel said. This is a vision he saw.
whose garment was white as snow.
He had a denim jacket on.
Whose garment was white as snow.
True religion.
Whose garment was white as snow.
All white garment on. Right? Like the brother got a garment, black and blue. The Lord had an all white garment on.
And the hair of his head like the pure wool.
Pure woolly hair. Like an afro. Like your hair. Like my hair. Like your brother's hair, man. The Most High God has woolly hair, which would mean the Lord is a so-called black man.